This next video was so frustrating to see this woman, how she reacted when she saw this guy walk in with a MAGA hat. But see what happened and how it backfired on her. Check it out.
You know, America's still a free country, right?
Victor F. is a 74-year-old Trump supporter who lives in Palo Alto. He casually went about his business today, still sporting the red MAGA hat that prompted a loud confrontation with a woman at a Palo Alto Starbucks 2 days ago.
This crazy woman came over, started raving at me. She turned to the rest of Starbucks. Hey, everybody, here's this racist here. He hates brown people. He's crazy. He's a Nazi and so forth.
The woman, Rebecca Parker Mankey, then began taking photos and posting about it on her Facebook, saying she was going to shame him, get him fired, kicked out of clubs, and march up and down his street. Victor says she left, then came back and tried to rile the Starbucks crowd once more.
Hey, again, everybody here, this racist and so on. And then as she wrote in her thing, she was disappointed all the people didn't come and mob me.
In fact, the opposite happened. People started harassing Parker Mankey's family and her employer, Griffin Stringed Instruments, where she worked as an accountant. The store owner decided to fire her after he read her Facebook posts.
We feel that music is what brings people together, and so having someone then making comments that are divisive is just not consistent with our values.
No one answered the door at Parker Mankey's home, but a female spoke through a closed window saying Rebecca doesn't live here.
She didn't want to discuss the issues with me. She wanted just to scream about Nazis and so on.
Victor wears a yarmulke underneath his MAGA hat. He is Jewish, and so to him, being called a Nazi is hurtful.
People with an education should know better than to say stupid things like that. Lots of people have come up to me and said they sympathize and so on, but they're scared to wear the Trump hat. So I hope this incident brings a wave of people wearing the Trump hats, just like the wave of people with anti-Trump opinions.
Now, Victor says he has been wearing his MAGA hat for many months now. A few people come up to him and say that they agree with him and thank him for wearing it, but he says, by and large, most people just ignore it.
You know what's so frustrating when I watch this is how brainwashed Dems and liberals are. For this woman to attack him verbally and say that, look at this guy, he's racist, he's a Nazi, he's labeling him, everything that we hear the liberal and Democratic media say about MAGA supporters, she is just brainwashed that this is how it is and this is how you should treat people who have a MAGA hat. I mean, that is so ridiculous that people who are Dems can wear their Democratic stuff, but, you know, we cannot wear a MAGA hat showing our support. It was awesome to see that it backfired. The people in the store weren't going after him, and she got fired. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better than to have something like that happen. And when I saw what she looked like, I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, if anything, she looked like she's a Nazi, the way she had her hair done. If you look like how Nazis back then kind of wore their clothes, at least from what I remember seeing, she was just absolutely out of line. And I'm glad that she even got fired, because she worked at a music store, and that guy's right. I mean, music brings people together. And if you have someone like this as an employee in your place that you're trying to instill unity and embrace it, you know that she's probably doing stuff to your customers, right? So why even take a chance and just fire her? Unbelievable that she thought that she would have everyone on her side.